Well, hello everyone. Hope you had a happy holiday season. And we're about to start off the new year with a bang. And welcome to another episode of Hot Ones.
Brought
So-
to you by Duane Nidia.
That's right.
Yes.
And welcome back to our channel. If you haven't subscribed before, welcome.
Welcome back.
So we're going to do our own Hot Ones challenge today. You know, we've never really done a Q&A. We've never really summarized anything over 2 years, almost 3 years with our channel. But today we thought it would be fun to recreate the Hot Ones challenge in our own kitchen.
Yep.
And ask each other questions about maybe the past year or two where we've been making videos, and just kind of give you some insight into some of our favorite things.
Actually, I'm glad you're thinking about going back like 2 years, because some of the things I figured would show up as questions weren't this past year, but they were actually the year before.
Yeah, I think the channel is fair game. We haven't really done a Q&A yet.
Yeah.
And we're at around 25,000 subscribers, so thank you. We really appreciate that. And so we can go back to any time to get some of the answers to these questions, I think.
Okay, so I think, in fairness, there are definitely some of you who are not familiar with the Hot Ones Challenge, probably not too many. And you get the idea. What they do is they do a series of 10 hot sauces, right?
And they
See
get
if I can
hotter
show you.
and hotter.
I'm going to lift them up. I know they're right there. And they go right in order from not hot at all, kind of like your Frank's hot sauce, Frank's Red Hot, to the hottest sauce you can buy on the market.
So we're going to take these hot sauces out, put them in order. We're going to put them on some chicken wings, and then we're going to let you know how we do. I don't know if I'll make it to the end, to be
And I
honest.
actually hear our wings finishing up right now. They're beeping.
So,
I don't even know if I'm going to make it to the end.
Hey.
That last one is the world's hottest pepper.
Pepper X.
Yeah, Pepper X. It has only come out in the past year or so, and is only available in a sauce format. You can only get it as a sauce, and it's in there.
So, let's get the sauces ready. Let's get the wings ready, and we'll be back to start our challenge.
That's it. Season.
All right. So Duane has just put wings in the oven and baked them crispy, right?
Yeah.
And now we're going to try the first 5, and they go in order. 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be the hottest of these 5. But I've heard, because we watch Hot Ones all the time on YouTube, I've heard that they, at least in the second half, they play around that the hottest one may not be the last dab. It may be one before it or something, but not for the home kit. Is that true?
Not this time.
Not this time.
The last
Okay.
one is the hottest sauce on the planet.
Okay. Well, we'll see how far I can get. And we'll tell you the name of the sauce as we taste each wing. Right. We have some milk, because we've learned by watching Hot Ones that
Well, you're allowed anything.
you're allowed anything. So these celebrities and guests who are invited to be interviewed on Hot Ones and to eat the wings, they can bring anything they like, and they do. They bring they supply the milk, and I think they supply water. Some people bring Diet Coke or sodas. Some people have brought ice cream sundaes. But because Duane likes to grow peppers, and he watches that pepper person who invented Reaper and who invented Pepper X, says don't drink water.
Oh, Ed. It's a smoking Ed from Pucker Butt Peppers.
Pucker butt peppers. Okay.
Yes. He's the one who actually developed and grows, provides, produces, whatever, this Pepper X.
Oh, so he's the
So,
producer
yeah,
and the
yeah.
farmer, the inventor.
Yeah, he was the one who invented the Carolina Reaper.
So he crossbreeds different types of peppers. Now, my understanding is that Hot Ones actually produces some of their own hot sauces, and I think they license other ones for their own Hot Ones challenge. Now, some of the celebrities, if you've never had a chance, I'll link it down below in the description to go to the Hot Ones channel. And some of the celebrities have such a hard time with spice and with peppers, while others breeze through 10. I think the one I've seen breeze through the Hot Ones easier than any other person was recent, Demi Moore. She didn't even take a sip of water all the way to the last dab. And I also saw Lorde. She did great. And I think Lorde did the best. And then the funniest Hot Ones interview, in my opinion, the funniest was the guy who really got the assignment. And he came in and he put on a show. It was Conan O'Brien. He was really funny. So what do you think, Duane? They don't look too scary, the first 5 anyway,
I
right?
can smell them.
Oh.
It's reached a point where I can smell them over here.
Okay. Well, you're painting them on each wing, so.
Yeah. And I'm doing just kind of an equal amount on every wing.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
only takes one bite.
I'm not trying to soak anything, and
We really only need to take a bite.
although, can you pull that sheet and tell me how hot is number 5? Maybe we should give them an idea of what these heat ranges are.
Good heat, queso sin queso,
Yeah.
is 52,000 Scoville units.
Okay. So in comparison, how hot is the first one?
That's only 1,800. That's like buffalo hot sauce to me.
It's like Frank's.
Frank's, yep. And the last one is 2,693,000 Scoville, and it's called the Last Dab Experience. It's called Mount Scoville, Time to Summit to Mount Scoville. It's the official world's hottest chili. The Last Dab is our most potent Last Dab yet, with 91% of this recipe being pepper X.
And it is in the Guinness.
It is.
It's official.
It is. So those are the first 5, and we'll mention the first 5 as we taste them.
And there we are as I come around. Okay.
All right. And you got all the peppers are in the shot?
Everything is in. Everything's going to be in. So this is Hot One's original buffalo hot sauce. This is where we're starting. 1,800. Basically a wing just like Frank's.
Just like I think a hot sauce wing
Now,
that you get.
I have never
buffalo.
seen anyone doing hot ones, and I've seen a bunch of the hot ones, using a fork and knife.
I'm not using a fork and knife.
So I'm proud of you that you are just going to
Take a bite.
take a bite. The very end, I didn't put a whole lot.
Okay, I'll hold
So
it.
you have a
All
fairly
right.
clean end.
Number 1.
1,800.
Okay. It's crispy.
They're not too crispy because they dry out.
Huh?
It's not like frying them. I bake them.
That's very mild. It's milder than the average buffalo wing.
It's milder than Frank's.
Yeah, I'm open to it. So let's go up to our first question then. Out of all the trips, destinations, places we visited, where we have videos here on Duane Nidia, Food, Travel, and Fun, which one is your favorite, Duane?
Atlantis.
Oh.
Yep. Down in the Bahamas. That place was unbelievable. There was nothing not exotic. There was nothing not very much over the top. It had everything you wanted there, with the pools and the beach sections, and the cove in particular was the best. The room was great. We had a great room, split level, beautiful view. And we've seen a lot of beautiful views. So I'm going with Atlantis, particularly the Cove.
And for my favorite, I think, destination that we have, here on the channel videos on, I'd have to say, maybe because it's the most exotic place that I've visited in a long time, Dubai.
Dubai.
And you didn't get to go on that one, but we
No.
will be going back. And I just loved it there. I mean, you couldn't be more different culturally than going to the United Arab Emirates versus what we have here in the United States and in some of the other countries we visit.
I almost thought you were going to say something like Russia, when you did that trip. And
No, that's not on the channel.
Oh, that's true.
Ineligible.
And so places we've been that we've recorded, that's fair enough.
This is for our audience that.
I do have a number 2, a second best, and it would be the Alaska. I love some of the places in Alaska. Glacier Bay, and specifically, was incredible. And Ketchikan. Really enjoyed Ketchikan. I loved did the fishing when we did the fishing there and got to eat the fish.
Well, we have other questions, so we'll get to more fun stuff.
So there you go. So
But destination, location, spot,
this baby food,
that's it.
and
Now?
it's supposed to be.
It is.
So, okay, number 2, and we alternate. If you notice, I did drumsticks, flats, drumsticks, flats.
I like the flats.
So next is this one is I can barely read it. It looks like it says Sauce House Smokies Jalapeno Hot Sauce.
That's number 2.
And it is. It's Sahouse. I don't know why they did Sahouse and not Sauce House. But number 2. Oh,
Not
and this
spicy.
this one is up to 6,000 Scoville.
No, it's not spicy.
Still a very easy. This should be easy.
I'm enjoying the chicken though. These are really good triple wings. The Purdue, they're good. But I think I'm gonna save my stomach space.
Just make sure you get skin because that's where the sauce
Oh,
is.
I did.
Yep. But you can't even really tell a difference in the two. Other than the first one had a better flavor.
The first one was more
of-
vinegary, and
Yep.
I prefer it over the taste of jalapeno. I prefer the chili taste over the jalapeno taste.
Yep. The second one
It's a green sauce too.
is
Different
an
spices.
attempt at heat,
I don't know.
but no. This one kind of, to me, falls flat.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever use that one on food.
I don't even need a break, and I don't need this sip other than I just want to kind of clean out.
It's a palate cleanser for me.
Funky's Hot Sauce Factory Stellar Fuzz. Boy, they got creative with the name.
I would say that. That's
They did get creative. And Funky's steps up to 19,000 Scoville.
okay.
Okay, so I think this one should actually be
Pack a
noticeable.
punch.
At least noticeable. Like those two are so mild, they were barely noticeable as a hot sauce.
And while we're taking our bite, let's think about the next question.
Okay, let's think about it.
Favorite cruise to date? Favorite cruise you've been on that's also featured here on our channel? That's the question. What is your favorite cruise?
I think I already kind of blew it with when I said my other favorite place. I think that's. Well, let me think about it. If that's my favorite cruise or not. Because I've been thinking about the cruise itself or the destination.
The cruise. The
cruise.
overall cruise experience. Your best cruise. Favorite cruise that you've taken.
Okay. The Mediterranean.
That's mine too.
The Mediterranean. Was it Breakaway?
The Breakaway on the Mediterranean, just because some of the most iconic European ports,
Great port.
Florence, Rome,
And I love the ship.
Santorini. Yeah, we're going on the Breakaway again, folks, in April, so that's how much we love that ship.
Yeah.
This one is hotter. Not terribly hot, but it is hotter.
Struggling to notice the heat on this one.
I must have bit a piece that had a lot more stuff on it.
Maybe. Yeah, but
This
these-
one's not hot. It wouldn't keep me from eating the wing, but it is definitely a step up from the first two.
20,000 and under is pretty much common hot sauces used
Right.
everywhere. So
What's this one?
this one's 19.
Oh, okay.
So, yep. Well, Funky's came in at 19 and it's considered hot. But I think we like spice quite enough that this is still on the mild, maybe mild hot, maybe?
Yeah,
Somewhere
I
in
mean,
there.
we tolerate it. I don't especially love it. First of all, I don't like bland, but I'm more around the first 2 or 3 things. That's enough heat for
You
me.
know what? Of the first 3, I'm still with the
That's
first
the
one
most
for flavor.
delicious.
That one
That's
had
the most
great
delicious.
flavor. Yep.
I'd actually use that as a regular hot sauce on my food
So I'm hoping we get one that's a little more
that we would
our
use
style.
again and not just use for the challenge. Yeah,
Not just use one, and then we use a few drops.
this one looks nice and thick, like it might even be good on a ramen or something. We'll see.
Okay. Well,
right.
they're starting to step up.
Okay.
Okay. Los Calientes Verde. Green. Yeah, it's green. Well, it's a funky kind of green. But okay.
That's the second green sauce because the
Yeah, the
jalapeno one
that
was
one
green
was a Verde.
also.
This is 36,000.
Oh.
So not quite double that one, but about double the one we just did.
Okay. I think the other one, this one doesn't feel hot to me.
No, I'm noticing the heat. I'm actually noticing something. And I like the flavor again.
The flavor is actually quite nice.
It's got a nice flavor and a little bit of, I can feel that heat on the tip of my tongue.
Very, very tip.
Right on the tip, yep.
The other one was not on the tip. That one was more diffuse.
Still a very easy sauce to use.
Mm-hmm. And here's the next question. Favorite cruise port? If you had to pick one port city.
One single port.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta think about this one for a sec. I'm kind of leaning towards one right now, and I'm glad I consider it almost a favorite. There's a few things to do there. And Bermuda.
Yeah, Bermuda's up there.
I'm really thinking as far as a place to go. Although we've gone to some, when we took that Mediterranean cruise, there was some great.
Santorini.
Santorini was incredible.
Athens.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple of really.
Mykonos.
Mykonos is great, you know. So that's why that Mediterranean cruise is really good.
It's really great. And I would also put Ketchikan and Juneau.
Yep.
Alaska's just beautiful. Ketchikan, both times we had stellar days. Ketchikan is like an island. The salmon are jumping out of the water. It's so crystal clear, beautiful mountains. It's just so gorgeous. So, yeah.
Once again, not for the heat, just to kind of cleanse.
All right, time for number 3.
Yep. And it is Funky's Hot Sauce Factory Stellar Fuzz. Okay. And Funky's is 19,000 Scoville. So, not bad. It's come up quite a bit from 1,800? 1,600 maybe? Yeah, 1,800. So, as we bring it back,
Okay.
I'll grab a wing and see what we think of Funky's. Oh, my drumette's broken.
Is it
Yeah.
broken inside? Oh yeah, the bone is broken.
The bone is broken. Not really noticing nothing,
That one's hotter than the one before it, for sure, for me.
Are you noticing the heat on it? Yeah.
I must have eaten part of the skin that's really had a little more extra.
It was pretty even, but still, yeah. No, I'm not really picking it up. Maybe a little bit on the tip of my tongue. Is that what you're feeling it? Yeah. Okay.
I don't think I like the taste of that one that much.
You know what? The first one, the taste was much better. So, yeah, no runny nose, nothing. Just a little tingle on the tip of my tongue.
Yep. And let's get another question here.
Get a question going. And I'll get us another wing.
Let's talk about the favorite restaurant meal that we've had.
Like favorite restaurant?
I think it's favorite restaurant, a particular meal that you've had at a restaurant. How about that?
Oh, a particular meal. Okay, well, let me think about that while I bite into this wing. So, this wing is the Hot Ones Verde Los Caliente, so green. And I'm sure I just hacked the heck out of the pronunciation of that, but that's okay. So, green Verdes, and it is 36,000 Scoville, so it steps up a bunch from anything we've had so far.
I like this one better than the third one.
My wings are getting cold, but that's okay.
Yeah, they're definitely better hotter, the wings.
It's nicer hotter. All right, this is definitely the front of the tongue.
Very front, but it's not a bad taste though. It tastes pretty good.
The taste is decent. I'm still leaning towards that very cool. The flavor of this their buffalo, and it's a Hot Ones original.
And it said that the chef made it with a lot of cayenne pepper, a lot of vinegar, and real butter.
Maybe it's got to be that vinegar butter combination. That's.
And let's see, a favorite meal. I think for me,
Yeah.
Gosh, we've had some good meals. I'm thinking the meal that we had at Baccaro. They
Yeah.
have like an Italian deli in there, and the cheeses that they brought over were amazing. Really amazing, delicious cheeses. I also liked our meal at Ballo, where they made the pasta in the cheese wheel
They did the big.
with the shaved truffle.
which you don't even like truffle, but that was real truffle, and it was
Yeah,
nice. It was
yeah.
nice.
And we've had some good Portuguese foods.
Macaro did make the best calamari
Yeah.
back in the day. Apparently, it's new ownership now, and it's not the same.
Oh, you're thinking Ballo. Ballo is
Not
at
Bacaro.
Mohegan.
Not Bacaro.
Bacaro's in
Ballo.
Providence.
Yes, Ballo, Mohegan Sun.
Yeah.
And I always love the ceviche from over at Los Andes. Their ceviche just always gets me. But I remember having a huge shellfish tower up at Planet Hollywood
Oh, yeah.
at the steakhouse, right?
Yep. At the strip house on
The
the second
strip
floor.
house. And that was, I sat there and ate seafood, shellfish for probably an hour straight.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that was one of the better ones. Also, even when we were in Seattle, we had some great crab. We had
Oh, we
a
did.
crab, shellfish, kind of
A big crab boil.
huge crab boil, and I enjoyed that too. So
Yeah, that was great.
yeah,
Alrighty, are we ready for
yes,
number 5?
the queso, right?
And this is number 5. Queso sin queso, plant-based.
Plant-based cheese.
Plant-based cheese. That's the queso.
And this is 52,000.
So we're gonna feel this one.
So you should feel this one.
So far, I'm just tasting cold chicken.
Maybe we need to warm up the chicken a bit.
I think
it
we
can
do.
go for a few minutes.
It's not pleasant eating cold chicken with hot sauce on it. I like the taste of this one.
This one has a very good taste. Mm-hmm. I wonder if it's that cheese that they're going for there.
I like the taste of cheese, but this one has no cheese. It's
Well,
fake
no real cheese,
No
yeah.
real cheese.
And my nose is almost kind of running. I almost got a little something. Now, this to me feels more like down the sides of the tongue, not so much the tip.
I agree. It's not the tip of my tongue, it's the sides.
It's kind of
If I
going
need
down, working its way towards the throat.
A little more of that skin, so I get more flavor from it.
But it's a good flavor.
It has a smokiness to it.
Probably from this original, that's the next best flavor, is that one.
It's good.
And the heat is not outrageous. Like you know, 50,000, that's a good number. That's,
Oh, I can definitely feel it on my tongue, though.
but I think that's a workable, like I could work that into wings or sauces or things like that and not have any trouble with it.
No, it's a little warm.
Well, maybe a little warm for like eggs, you know,
Maybe.
but by itself, not bad.
So,
All right, so
let's
take a few
prepare
minutes.
for round 2, the next 5 hottest sauces. We'll see where I tap out, folks.
Yeah. We're going to set up the next 4 because
We dab on the
the
last
last
one.
one is by personal work.
Right, you dab it on your own wing, but we also have to warm up these wings before the next round.
Yeah, they're going to go. So we'll be back in a few minutes.
See ya.
See ya. Okay. All right, so next up,
Oh, it smells.
Morita Bourbon Maple Reaper Hot Sauce.
It smells awful.
Intensely spicy.
It smells awful. I don't know if I can bite that one. It's just, there are some flavors and some smells that I love, and then that is not one of them.
But you can't skip.
I can just tap out, right?
Oh, no tap out already? You haven't even tried it.
It's
You're
the
just.
smell of that one. You're not going to like the taste of it. If it smells like that, it's going to taste awful.
It doesn't taste like it smells.
Better or worse?
Better.
All right, I'll try it.
Use mine, whatever.
I'll just try it.
So,
The wing is nice and hot. It makes a huge difference.
this is only 73,000, which only came up 21,000 from the last one.
You're right. It smells worse than it tastes.
It does. Yeah, put it on here. I've got it. Move it away.
It's hot.
You think it's hot?
Yeah, I do. Ice cream.
I'm not worried about any being hot till that one. It's hot. Excuse me.
Following the hot ones rule, when you tap out, you're done. You don't skip around them. You just
Yeah,
stop
you
at a
can't
certain
skip
point.
by.
That's hot. And I don't like the taste of it. I mean, it's not as bad as it smells, but my tongue is on fire.
You got a question for me?
Yes.
You do.
The favorite recipe we've made out of this kitchen and that we featured.
Shrimp Mozambique.
Let's go for a classic, right? Shrimp Mozambique. Yeah, I would say that's up there.
That's my favorite.
And the scrod Mozambique.
No. I could say linguiça.
The linguiça beak is good.
Yep.
Faves are great.
No.
The
not,
fresh
not over
cheese.
the beak.
The fresh cheese.
I like the cheese. Still like the beak better.
I like the Portuguese soups, the pale soups, and the kind of. Oh man, that is hot.
Beak.
All right, beak. Beak is also probably in our top 5 most watched videos.
And it's also our #1 most requested by our friends recipe as well.
That's true.
Friends and family want that recipe over all others.
That's all they want
All
me
right,
to
so
bring.
this one, what it did that was different was it reached my lips.
The front of my tongue is like,
I
On fire.
I don't think the front of my tongue's so bad. It's more my lips.
it's tingly.
Okay. This one's called Forbidden Fruit.
And what does it
And-
say?
It says it's hot. Okay, so it's up to 124,000. So it jumps another 50,000 to get to this one.
I can't even get past the tingling of that one. I might be not okay with these.
So Forbidden Fruit, here we go.
You definitely can do this better than I can. I need a sip of milk still.
Oh, one of the important things, we've talked about it.
What? Don't touch your face.
Well,
Or
that's,
your
that's
eyes.
always important. Touch your eyes, you will regret it.
Right.
You don't do that. You have to chew this. You don't just take a little quick chew and try to swallow a big chunk.
No, you do need
You
to.
chew it because your saliva breaks down the capsaicin and it prevents it from like churning in your stomach, and that's how you get sick. You actually get sick and can throw up if you try to swallow it without chewing it, because it just goes directly to your stomach. Whereas there's some chemical reaction that takes place when you chew it that prevents that from happening.
Well, you've just convinced me to tap out. Thank you. That's it. You know what? My tongue is still not okay after that one.
So you're done?
I am done. I cannot even.
So there you go.
I made it to number 6.
The one that smelled really bad.
And it has Reaper in it. Ugh. And I don't like the taste. And it's hot.
Number 6 is heat from the Carolina Reaper.
I don't like that taste.
I will, for the first time, use this.
You need it. Especially after that forbidden fruit one.
Oh, that's good. That mocha.
So I will play the role of the interviewer at this point.
Okay, so you can be the interviewer. Actually, the interviewer also participates.
I know, but I
Not
just...
at this. It's no. So you almost made forbidden fruit.
That one looks so red and scary. Ooh, that one looks scary.
This is the one I'm afraid of.
The bomb.
The bomb.
It has an atomic bomb symbol on the front label.
Oh, and so you know, it went the side of my tongue, the front of my tongue, and my lips on this last one.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't do it.
It did all 3 spots. None have hit my throat.
No, that did not enter my throat. I don't feel anything in my stomach or anything, but
Wow.
that made my lips and my tongue too hot.
It was just too much. Yeah. So you reached your end, you found your limit. Now you have a good idea. Okay, so on the bomb, let's see. They did say they teamed up with the actual maker of the bomb
Yeah.
to not use any extracts. They only use natural
Peppers.
and all that. Even all the way up through the final Pepper X. It's natural peppers. All right, so I'm gonna let you ask me a question while I face the one that I'm kind of leery of.
Okay. The favorite hotel stay that we have featured on our channel. Favorite hotel. Or favorite place where we've stayed in a hotel.
Well, that was Atlantis. But,
Right, right, as opposed to a cruise ship.
So, is there a hotel I liked better? Yeah, Paris. I like the hotels Paris and Vegas better.
Yeah, I love that hotel.
That's a great hotel.
I love it. I also liked the one we stayed in Atlantic City, the Harrah's at the marina.
Oh, this one's my
Harrah's
nose.
Resort.
This one got my nose.
And let's see, what other hotel? I do like the Marriott Waterfront in Seattle because it's next to so much that you can do on foot.
I was thinking more of the room itself, though.
Oh, the room? Huh, I'd say the room at the Cove in Atlantis was one of the better rooms we've had. But the room at the Paris we had was awesome. So I have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah, the Paris room is really nice.
Okay.
The heat is all around. It's not as hot as I thought it would be, but it's hot.
Is it as hot as some of the peppers that you normally eat?
See, that's just it. I've grown hotter pepper
Okay.
and eaten hotter pepper.
Maybe you didn't put enough.
But nope, it's building.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's correct. It's hotter now than when I first ate it, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna take another sip.
Would you like another question? Get you thinking.
Sure. Ask another
Most
question while I think about it.
disappointing restaurant we've reviewed. For whatever reason. Disappointing in the food and service, whatever.
That we actually reviewed.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had one we went to in Providence that was so disappointing, we had to scrap the review. We did have one.
We had to scrap the entire video.
It was in a basement.
Yep.
And it was recommended by a friend, and incredibly disappointing. But one that we actually did a review.
Mm-hmm. I think the worst.
I'm trying to see if this heat builds more. I'm curious if it does, because it might. It's hot.
I think the worst restaurant food that we've had was at Applebee's.
You know what? I think that's what I was coming to.
Yeah, that was the worst. The food was cold. I mean, it's a chain. We get it. It's not meant to be, a fancy high-end cuisine. It's a neighborhood bar, basically, and it's a chain. You would think that, on a Sunday afternoon when there were football games on, the place wouldn't be empty. It was nearly empty.
There wasn't many people there.
But the food came out
And the-
cold. And you've seen that review on here. I think if I have to ask another question, what surprised us the most that turned out to be better than what we expected?
Chili's.
Yeah, Chili's turned out to be better than we expected. Yeah, and we've gone there
And
since.
Longhorn Steakhouse is very good.
Yeah, and it was also
another chain. That's
and the Outback was a good lunch. We had a good lunch there too. So, on to
number 9.
number 9. And this one is called Mata Santos. Mata
Something local?
Santos. Hot sauce. I don't know.
Matasanos. Yep.
It's called Monoloco Matasanos. And it has a monkey with a almost like an Abraham Lincoln top hat.
No, I'm getting a brain freeze.
It's also the hottest sauce made in Costa
have some
Rica.
milk.
It's made in Costa Rica. And it has 5 hot peppers and it's called Stupidly Hot. Alrighty.
Stupidly hot. Okay.
Go for it.
Well, let's see. What does this come in at? 680,000.
I'm enjoying it.
You enjoy your ice cream. I have another sip of milk in preparation for this one.
You may be begging me for some ice cream soon.
No, you know what? This is surprisingly cold. I just got a brain freeze drinking it. I drank it a little too fast.
And because there's milk in it, I'm sure it helps dissipate the heat, right?
680. Oh, you better give me a tissue.
A tissue? Uh-oh. He's already asking for tissues.
Just playing safe. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. I fear the bomb. The bomb is...
The bomb's hotter?
I don't know.
That's the, oh, that's just the alarm. And it's not hot?
That's important. The bomb seems hotter. I knew that was going to be the one to get by, right there. That is the challenge. It's still not building up any heat. Nothing more than I already had.
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to be, 4 times hotter. It's not that bad.
Okay,
Matter of fact, why don't we do a question while I think about it?
okay. Another question on the way.
Throw a question out there.
All right.
I'll blow my nose. There.
Your favorite cruise ship that you've cruised on?
The Encore.
The Encore's still your favorite, huh?
Yeah, even above Prima. Although I loved a lot about the Prima.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with people. You get lost at times. You come to dead ends, weird corners that lead to nowhere. It was beautiful. The Prima was very, so artistically designed.
But you didn't like the spa, the thermal spa.
Thermal spas. So I paid for the thermal spa in both.
Mm-hmm.
And it had one little pool, they kept closing because there was a couple waves outside. And it just didn't have as much features at all. The small spaces was kind of nice on the Prima.
It never felt crowded, and the elevators were never crowded.
Right.
The Encore, maybe it's because the last time we went on the Encore, the last 2 times we were in Alaska during school vacation summer, and it was just wall-to-wall people and crowds.
Yeah. And the elevators was just terrible on
It was
the
awful.
Encore.
It was terrible. I did like the Bliss, which is almost like the Encore,
Yep.
and that had a beautiful thermal spa
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and a beautiful observation lounge too.
Nice observation lounge. The Encore has got that beautiful observation lounge, all closed in.
But it looks a little bit like, I don't know, like an airport or a bus lobby, because people kind of pack up their stuff, books and blankets, and just hang out there, especially in Alaska, if they don't have a balcony so that they can, see out of the big windows. But they kind of hog those loungers in there. And there's people everywhere. Yeah, and some of them are sleeping.
And then the local on the Encore competes with the atrium and the theater screen and every activity that's going on right down there. Whereas on Prima, it felt like a restaurant because it was closed in, had its own separate space. It was split on 2 sides. The bar was only on one side.
I'd have to say my favorite cruise ship probably would be, I really like the Breakaway. I like the crew on the Breakaway. I like the way the Breakaway is just a little smaller than the Encore. It's also a little smaller than the Bliss. The Bliss is probably one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
And that's where we went to Mexico earlier this year, was on the Bliss. The Encore we've been on 3 times, I believe.
Yeah. And Breakaway is going to be the second?
No, it's
Or
going to be
third.
the third.
Third, yeah.
Yeah, we did Breakaway to the Mediterranean and Breakaway
Oh, that's true.
to Mexico, me and you.
Yep. So it's going to be the third.
Yep, I like the Breakaway a lot.
Okay, so the big question
Time for your last dab.
is, do I tap out or do I do it?
I don't know. I think.
All right, so I'll tell you what's going on right now. It's settling in here.
I'm so
So
sorry.
it's settling. My lips are burning. My tongue, pretty much all around my tongue is kind of burning. Nothing has reached my throat.
No.
And I'm afraid that's where the last dab would go. I think the last dab, because those guys start to almost regurgitate when they do that last dab, that particular pepper.
Just put 1 drop and just take a bite of that 1 drop with a big mouthful of chicken.
Sounds easy when you're not doing it, right?
Hey, you know what? That bourbon maple reaper thing, that did it. Between the smell of it and you got to be really brave. Now I have a new appreciation for the celebrities who go on that. But actually, I did better than some of them.
You did better than some.
Some don't even make it past the 5th or 6th.
I really think the gatekeeper is right there.
the bomb.
If you're gonna get stuck somewhere, because especially how hard it is to do the bomb, and then knowing that that one's 4 times harder,
Then the bomb.
you think, boy.
You know what? I knew enough to stop at that one, that Reaper one, because this one, just the color, it looks day-glow red, like spicy. I'll put this back here in front of Costa Rica's hottest hot sauce.
Excuse me while I'm off camera here. I'm getting
He's grabbing.
what's necessary.
No, you're not supposed to brush it on. You're supposed to just dab. The last dab. It's 1 drop, and you just eat that 1 drop. You don't have to, like they do on the show. They usually just pour a drop
I don't
on.
want a thick drop. I'd rather a little smear.
Okay. I guess that's one way of doing it. I shouldn't talk. I tapped out.
Shake it up.
And
Get
this
all the-
is
get all
called
the good stuff that's hiding in the bottom. Make
Pepper
sure.
X last dab.
This is Pepper X. This is the hottest thing on the planet, right here.
And you've never tried it.
Well, I won't say it's the hottest thing. There are hotter. I've had hotter. I've had a sauce called Z Nothing Beyond. It was 4 million Scoville, but it used pepper extract to get there. Pepper extract, it's like eating gasoline. Okay?
It doesn't taste good.
There's no way it's going to taste good. It's just
These have flavors.
overly intense.
It's not just about the
This doesn't just have pepper in it. It has vinegar in it.
It has.
It has seasonings, other seasonings in it, but it's almost all pure pepper. I got minimal drinks available at the moment.
There's a big scoop of soft serve.
Now this is one, I'm really surprised it doesn't have a little dropper on the top.
No, and even on the TV show, they actually hold the wing in their hand and put the drop on it. Yep, and they zoom in. There it goes.
Here, you want to hold
There
it?
you go. That's it. That's your dab.
That's my dab. I put a drop of this stuff.
Shall we show them the dab?
You want to see the dab? Yeah, I'll bring it up close. I don't know if you're going to see it, but you probably see that dab on
Yeah,
there.
it's a big break.
I'll leave it long enough so it can focus on that. I am smearing it because I can't just bite that little spot of the wing.
Okay. Might surprise you. You might do fine with it.
Oh, here we go. I am as used to hot sauces as anyone I know.
I think so. You said you've done those challenges where you've had to sign
I know I have 2 friends that have equally kept up
with your heat.
with doing, we were doing it on chips.
Okay.
Okay. You're gonna have to ask me a question or so.
Okay.
It's gonna take 5 minutes to really get anywhere. It takes technically
Most
10.
disappointing meal on a cruise ship.
Thinking about it.
I can tell you mine while he thinks.
Go ahead.
We went to Ocean Blue on the Encore when we were in Alaska. That's a specialty restaurant. We do get a dining package that comes with the More at Sea, and we get extra for our status. And I ordered their cioppino, and it was just awful. I mean, I can't even tell you. It was like the smell of it, I didn't even want to eat it. I think I sat there and stared at you eating. It didn't smell good. I took a little taste, it didn't taste good. I don't think there was anything wrong with it, except I don't think the recipe was a good one, as far as I know. That was disappointing because I think we had been to that restaurant before, ordered different things and enjoyed them, and you enjoyed your meal.
I don't think I can talk.
Is it that bad?
It's kicking in.
Oh,
It's only just starting to build,
yeah.
but is it building so far above and beyond the
Your
others?
eyes are watery.
My eyes have started to water. Yep. Can I count the time I got food poisoning on a ship?
Oh, yeah.
That's probably the worst right there.
I don't remember which ship that was. Was it the Norwegian
It was
Gem?
the first time going to Bermuda.
So that would have been the Norwegian gem.
Gem or pearl or gem?
Gem, it would have been the gem. Yeah, yeah, and if you ever wonder how they take care of you when you get sick, they do have a medical bay or a medical area.
On all ships.
On all ships,
Yep.
it's down on the level of the gangplank or something usually, right? And it's not owned by Norwegian Cruise Line. It's actually a vendor. I guess they use an urgent care company to come in and set up their medical department. And
I'm taking another bite of it.
yep, you were not well within half an hour of the end of that
We were
meal.
supposed to go to the theater.
Right, you couldn't even make it there.
And I said, I got to go to the room.
I had to go to the room.
I got-
And
And by the time we
couldn't-
got back to the room,
he was
I
really
was
sick as a
very
dog.
sick. Oh, yeah.
And he ended up having to go to the medical bay. And you know that they know something's up when A, they don't charge you, because they ordinarily would.
Yeah.
B, you got quarantined.
But then I got special treatment.
Yes,
Thank God.
but you got quarantined.
Yeah.
You
Well,
were not
because they
allowed
had to
to leave.
verify that it was something just happened to me and not
Right.
something contagious.
Right, and could not leave our stateroom for at least 2 days, wasn't it?
Well, this happened
It was a day at sea.
the night before we arrived at Bermuda.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to Bermuda, you got like a half day there.
Yeah,
And I couldn't participate in that first half day at all. I was quarantined.
right.
But on the next morning, I wanted to leave the ship because we were going to, I think we were going to actually go over to Horseshoe Bay that day.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's pretty hot, but I'm surviving it. I could actually do a drop more.
Wow. Well, go ahead.
I don't want to. You want me to do a drop more?
No.
You want to see it? You're like,
No, you were just saying you could, so I'm just like saying,
Go right
okay.
ahead. Experience. I need a tissue. I need a tissue though. To do a drop more, I definitely need a tissue. Okay. But then that's it. I'm not going to do any more than that. Well, remember, you're working with a drop here.
Here, you
whereas
like milk, you can have mine. I didn't even touch it.
We were working with much more than a drop on any of the other ones.
Yeah, and that one was the one that killed me. I mean, I think if it had maybe my mouthful of that, if it was a little less than however much was on there, because you were painting them on pretty good.
They all got painted.
And
I finished that. I told you, that was good.
yeah, you liked it.
That worked out really well. And they didn't want to let me off the ship. I had to go because I had to go to that company again and get verified that I was cleared.
Yeah, but you're.
Because I just tried to leave the ship and they're like, eh.
No, you need to be clear from the medical
I had to
team.
get cleared.
And the whole time you were quarantined, they kept checking on you, coming up to the room. They brought you yogurts and soups,
Yes.
right, and juices.
They brought me whatever I wanted.
You weren't really eating much. You couldn't really hold anything down for at least a day, right?
No. Oh, and just, it was terrible.
But once you got past that, you were eating the yogurts, you were eating fruits, you were eating soups and
I
stuff.
was starving.
Yeah.
I reached that point, so. Oh, there you go. Got to stop that thing again.
All right,
All right.
so one last
be right
dab
back.
of the last dab.
Okay. Well, it's on there.
I don't
No,
see.
no.
Where's the dab?
Look at the color.
Oh, I thought you were going to put another dab on there.
I did.
That's it?
This is dab number 3.
Oh, okay.
So.
But it's not dabbing
Well,
over
I
a free
I
dab.
smeared it.
Oh, okay.
So, see, look, there you go.
Okay.
Smeared. See, that has some on it. Look at me. This is dangerous. So, this whole thing, my fingers are going to be dangerous for the rest of the night. They really are. You can't get this stuff off. I don't care how much you wash and. There she goes.
I don't know, you don't seem too bad for it. Maybe he'll even eat the last dab on food for like real. Maybe you'll put a dab in your ramen.
There's another video we've done. It's out there. Bulldog XXX.
Oh, the challenge, yeah.
The ramen challenge. That was harder than what I just did, like by far.
Yeah, it has like 5 X's and a chicken with its head blowing off. It's from, you have to order it or get it at an Asian specialty.
Buldak,
It's-
Buldak.
But it's not the regular Buldak, it's their 5X or 3X spicy, and there's a challenge that people do on YouTube and
It's
TikTok. Yeah,
Triple X, extra spicy, and it comes in a red bag.
yeah, red.
The normal X, single X is in a black bag. And that normal single X is not bad at all. That triple X is fire. Really, really hot. So this fully has my lips going right now. My tongue is pretty good. Drinking the milk really helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It really does kind of tone it down enough so it's manageable. And that's the thing, when you're doing the Buldak, you have nothing to tone it down.
You have to
You
wait
have to
5
do the
minutes
whole
and then.
bowl and then sit and wait. And I think, dripping in that video because it is so hard to do. So
But that's because it was a challenge and everyone kind of told you what the rules were. This is more like, can you make it through all of it? And you did.
made it through.
You could go on the TV show.
I really didn't expect to handle this last one.
But you were more afraid of the bomb.
As far as the series goes,
Yeah.
I put this above that, without hands down.
This flavor?
But the potency.
Oh, this is hotter?
No, because this is 2.5 million,
Okay.
and that's only 150,000.
Last
So-
question. Would you keep any of these sauces in our fridge for general use? You would use this one?
Yes,
Just for the X factor, right?
boy, will this spice up my ramen.
But this was the one you enjoyed the flavor of it.
That's a good question, actually.
Yeah.
Which had the best flavor?
I thought their buffalo sauce blows away most
That
buffalo
little
sauces.
that little first one had easily the best flavor.
It was very mild. It
But
was
of these
milder.
really hot ones,
These had the two that you thought had the best
I'm
flavor.
thinking the bomb has a better flavor. Yeah, I really do.
What pepper is in the
Now
bomb?
this one sits in your gut. I feel it in my stomach. None of the others did I feel in my stomach.
But what it was the pepper type in the bomb?
It should say on there. It might
It
say
says on
here,
the card.
too.
It's not X.
No, it just says natural pepper heat. It doesn't say
Okay.
what pepper it is.
I gotta
It-
say, it's very thick.
It isn't Reaper because it came out before Reaper.
Right.
It was even.
But this is also
So-
almost like ketchup.
It could be ghost pepper.
Oh, yeah,
It could,
you know
because
what?
that was out at the time.
Ghost pepper is very tingly on the lips, if I
Oh, yeah.
recall. It's very, because I've had ghost pepper sauces, and I actually don't dislike the taste of the ghost pepper.
Red hot chili peppers.
Oh,
It says including paprika, turmeric. It doesn't specify
but it's
the
got
pepper.
I do like
just
the
says-
idea of having sauces instead of extracts, though.
Oh,
No,
absolutely.
no.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
really loud.
Sorry, that's gonna be loud.
I'll put a disclaimer.
But yeah, you don't want extracts if you can avoid it. If all you want is heat and you just care about heat, get an extract. That's fine. But if you want actual pepper you can work with, something that can actually have some flavoring, you got to stick with these natural peppers.
So, well, we went head to head, and I definitely lost.
That's okay. Nothing came out differently than we expected it.
I did not expect to finish. I love spice to a certain level, and then I can't deal with it after that. If I had to say, here's another question. The worst drink I've ever had on a cruise ship was that spicy Bloody Mary in the casino
That
on the
was funny.
Prima that sent my eyes got watery, my ears blew steam. It was the hottest thing. I don't know how much Tabasco or black pepper or both she put in
They're
there.
using a lot of Tabasco.
Oh man, I gave it to you, and even you said,
Yeah, it was spicy, but I drank it.
"Oh, you drink it all."
I drank it anyway.
So, folks, thank you so much, and thank you for the questions. For those of you who have taken the time to say hello to us here around Seekonk, Swansea, New Bedford, in the restaurants, thank you
Just
so much for
everywhere.
watching. We love you right back, and if you ever see us out and about, don't be afraid to come over and say hello. I
Oh,
mean, we really
absolutely.
enjoy it. And in fact, now here's an interesting thing. I would put this in the really interesting thing that happened this year, and it just happened on our last cruise.
Yeah.
We actually were in St. Thomas.
Yep.
We were coming back from an excursion, walking around the port trying to see where we were going to grab lunch. and two people said hello, and they knew us from our channel. They're local, and we ended up having lunch with them and having a great afternoon. So,
Absolutely. And we
you know,
might go
shout
on.
out to you guys. You were great.
Yeah.
Thanks for the sushi. There is going to be a video coming up very soon, and you'll get to meet the viewers who we ended up making friends with, who were also on our same cruise.
Yeah. No, that was a great experience.
It really, really was. So thank you. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for a lot more here on Duane Nidia Food, Travel, and Fun.
See you soon.
Bye.